The idea that the West is founded on is that the human soul confronts the potential of chaos and generates habitable order out of it. And that's why the individual has divine status, let's say, in the West. That's why in our oldest books, you know, the idea is that the human being was made in the image of God, because God is also the thing that takes potential and transforms it into order. This is a profound idea, and it's something that the postmodernists, they hate that idea. They absolutely hate it, and that's why they won't do things like engage in dialogue. Right? Dialogue is the shared logos. That's the root of the word. They won't engage in dialogue because in their world, your identity is either oppressor or oppressed. And that's all you are. You're whatever your ethnicity is, or your racial group, or your sexual identity, or whatever identity group they want to come up with, because they can be infinitely fractionated. And you're either an oppressor or an oppressed, and that's all there is to you. Like, you're just a member of a group. And if you're oppressed, then you're good, and then if you're an oppressor, then you're bad. But the problem with that, even though there's some truth in it, because like I could pick out an identity dimension for any of you that you're an oppressor along, and another dimension along which you're oppressed, no problem. But the problem with that is that it doesn't actually tell you what to do. This is also the problem with the postmodern identity. Identity isn't just who you think you are, and it's certainly not your bloody ethnicity or your sexual preference or anything so stupid. And the reason for that is that your identity is what you use to operate in the world. Like, it's what makes you a functional person, and not only as far as other people are concerned, but as far as you're concerned, but also as far as nature itself is concerned. Like, an identity is more like the toolkit that you use to operate in the world. And, you know, being black or being white or being gay, that's not a toolkit to operate in the world. At best, it's a shallow description of one dimension of your being. And identity is something that you have to negotiate with other people because they need to trade with you. It's like, you have something to offer, and if I have something to offer, then we can communicate. And hopefully it's good for you, and it's also good for me. We both benefit from that. And that's identity. It's like these ideas that identity is, first of all, subjective whim, which is what's been basically written into Bill C-16. It's like, you know, that's a really poorly socialized 3-year-old thinks that.